agreement of verb with the subject. Now you have already done subject-verb agreement in class 3. Today we are going to study more about it. Now let's first quickly revise what subject-verb agreement is. Subject-verb agreement means that subjects and verbs in a sentence must agree with one another in number, that is, singular or plural. If a subject is singular, which means only one, its verb must also be singular. Whereas, if a subject is plural, which means more than one, then its verb must also be plural. For example, the dog barks. Here, dog is the singular subject. So with it, we have used the singular verb barks. Whereas in second sentence, the dogs bark, the subject is plural as there are more than one dog. So that is why we have used plural verb bark. For better understanding of subject-verb agreement, we must first understand action verbs, being verbs, and helping verbs. So let's begin with action verbs. The verbs which show some kind of action are called action verbs. For example, playing, walking, running, etc. Being verbs. The words that show what a thing or person is are used as being verbs. They are used without action verbs. Now there are only 5 being verbs, children. They are am, is, are, was, and were. For example, I am Rohan. My brother is naughty. My uncle was unwell. They are hungry. In all these sentences, children, the words marked with red are being verbs and they show what a person or thing is. For example, brother is naughty. Uncle was unwell. They are hungry. Now you will also see that there are no action verbs in these sentences. Helping verbs. The verbs that tell us more about the action verbs are called helping verbs. Although being and helping verbs look similar, but there is a major difference between them. The helping verbs are placed before action verbs and being verbs are used without action verbs. For example, I am making soup. Reena is sitting on the chair. Rahul and Riya are playing badminton. He was going to the market. The students were running in the playground. Now here, children, am, is, are, was, were are placed before action verbs making, sitting, playing, going, and running. Now let's move on to has, have, and had. These helping verbs tell us about an action that is complete. So the third form of action verbs is used with them. They also show possession or a relationship. The verbs has, have, and had also mean to eat. For example, mother has cleaned the table. In this sentence, the action has already been completed. Second sentence, we have 2 cars. Here, have shows possession. Third, Ajay had a slice of cake. Here, had shows that Ajay has already eaten a slice of cake. Now let's look at some of the rules. Has is used with singular nouns and the pronouns he, she, and it. Have is used with plural nouns and the pronouns I, you, we, and they. Had is the past tense form of has and have, so it can be used with all nouns and pronouns. Now let's move on to do, does, and did. These helping verbs are used to form questions. They can also be used to show that the speaker feels strongly about something. Don't, doesn't, and didn't can be used as helping verbs to form statements as well as questions. They are also the negative form of do, does, and did. Now children, do is used with plural nouns and pronouns I, you, and they, whereas does is used with singular nouns and pronouns he, she, and it. Did is the past tense form of do and does. It is always followed by a verb in the present form. For example, do you have a pen? He does want to go for a picnic. Rohan did eat some sandwiches. Doesn't she live here? Did you finish your homework? Now here children, all the words marked in red that are do, does, did, doesn't and did either form questions or statements. Now you will notice in third sentence children that after did we have used the first form of the verb eat. Now let's move on to can and could. Can is used as a helping verb to show that someone knows how to do something or is able to do something. Cannot is negative form of can. Could is used as a helping verb to show that someone was able to do something in the past. Could not is the negative form of could. Now children, can and could are also used to make requests. For example, Swati can read very well. I cannot swim. When my mother was young, she could dance very well. They could not win the match. Now children, here can shows that somebody is able to do something. Cannot shows that someone is not able to do something. Could is the past tense of can and cannot, whereas could not is the negative form of can and cannot. Now let's look at may and might children. May is used to ask for permission. May not is used to refuse permission. When we are not sure if something will happen, we use may or might. Might not and may not are the negative forms of might and may. For example, may I drink water? Here, may is used to ask permission. Second sentence, you may not. Here, may not is used to refuse permission. Third sentence, we might go to zoo on Sunday. Might shows that there is a possibility, but it is not confirmed. Fourth sentence, they might not like this painting. It's very dull. Here, might not shows that there is a possibility that they are not going to like this painting because it's very dull.